Hazel's legs trembled from the climb. Gale seemed anxious to explore. The weasel barked and farted and scampered into the nearest bushes. Far below, the Argo 2 looked like a tiny boat in the channel. Hazel didn't understand how anyone could shoot an arrow accurately from so high up, accounting for the wind and glare of the sun off the water. At the mouth of the inlet, the massive shape of a turtle shell glinted like a burnished coin. Jason joined her at the top, looking no worse for the climb. He started to say, "We're here," said a voice. Hazel flinched. Only 10 feet away a man had appeared, a bow and quiver over his shoulder, and 2 old-fashioned flintlock dueling pistols in his hands. He wore high leather boots, leather breeches, and a pirate-style shirt. His curly black hair looked like a little kid's do, and his sparkly green eyes were friendly enough, but a red bandana covered the lower half of his face. "Welcome," the bandit cried, pointing his guns at them. "Your money or your life." Hazel was certain that he hadn't been standing there a second ago. He'd simply materialized, as if he'd stepped out from behind an invisible curtain. "Who are you?" Hazel asked. The bandit laughed. "Skyron, of course." "Chiron?" Jason asked. "Like the centaur?" The bandit rolled his eyes. "Skyron, my friend. Son of Poseidon. Thief extraordinaire. All-around awesome guy. But that's not what's important. I'm not seeing any valuables," he cried as if this were excellent news. "I guess that means you want to die." "Wait," Hazel said. "We got valuables, but if we give them up, how can we be sure you'll let us go?" "Oh, they always ask that," Skyron said. "I promise you on the river Styx that as soon as you surrender what I want, I will not shoot you. I'll send you right back down that cliff." Hazel gave Jason a wary look. River Styx or no, the way Skyron phrased his promise did not reassure her. "What if we fought you?" Jason asked. "You can't attack us and hold our ship hostage at the same—" Bang! Bang! It happened so fast, Hazel's brain needed a moment to catch up. Smoke curled from the side of Jason's head. Just above his left ear, a groove cut through his hair like a racing stripe. One of Skyron's flintlocks was still pointed at his face. The other flintlock was pointed down, over the side of the cliff, as if Skyron's second shot had been fired at the Argo 2. Hazel choked from delayed shock. "What'd you do?" "Don't worry," Skyron laughed. "If you could see down that far, which you can't, you'd see a hole in the deck between the shoes of that big young man, the one with the bow." "Frank?" Skyron shrugged. "If you say so. That was just a demonstration. I'm afraid it could have been much more serious." He spun his flintlocks. The hammers reset, and Hazel had the feeling that the guns had just magically reloaded. Skyron waggled his eyebrows at Jason. "So, to answer your question, yes, I can attack you and hold your ship at hostage at the same time. Celestial bronze ammunition, quite deadly to demigods. You two would die first. Bang, bang! Then I could take my time picking off your friends on that ship. Target practice is so much more fun with live targets and running around and screaming." Jason touched a new furrow that the bullet had plowed through his hair. For once, he didn't look very confident. Hazel's ankles wobbled. Frank was the best shot she knew with a bow, but this bandit Skyron was inhumanly good. "You're a son of Poseidon?" she managed. "I would have thought Apollo the way you shoot." The smile lines deepened around his eyes. "Why, thank you. It's just from practice, though. The giant turtle, that's due to my parentage. You can't go around taming giant turtles without being the son of Poseidon. I could overturn your ship with a tidal wave, of course, but it's terribly difficult work. Not nearly as fun as ambushing and shooting people." Hazel tried to collect her thoughts, stall for time. But it was difficult staring down the smoking barrels of those flintlocks. What's the bandana for?" "No one recognizes me," Skyron said. "But you introduced yourself," Jason said. "You're Skyron." The bandit's eyes widened. "How did you—" "Oh, yes, I suppose I did." He lowered one flintlock and scratched the side of his head with the other. "Terribly sloppy of me. Sorry, I'm afraid I'm a little rusty. Back from the dead and all that. Let me try again." He leveled the pistols. "Stand and deliver! I am an anonymous bandit, and you do not need to know my name." An anonymous bandit. Something clicked in Hazel's memory. "Theseus! He killed you once." Skyron's shoulders slumped. "Now why'd you have to mention him? We were getting along so well." Jason frowned. Hazel, you know this guy's story?